Guys, here's a little update video on the W9. I'm going to show you what's going on with it. Last time I showed you, all it was cut in half, really. And we were doing a couple things. I think it still had the hood on it. It might have been in one piece, but I'm going to show you what's going on with it. We got it in two pieces now, or cut in half, and it's torn apart. It's a disaster in the shop. I need to clean up and organize, so I apologize in advance for the mess. But we're going to organize tomorrow and get everything cleaned up on the floor and everything, because it's usually pretty clean in here. But anyway, let's check it out. All right, so I got this here cut off. I'll drop a video of us picking it up right here. There it is, our new cutoff. He's bringing her up here. We're gonna cut it, get a bunch of frame rail, and get her put on the flatbed. Hopefully we can get the fifth wheel and all that with it. Getting a little surly. Nice and red, should be a pretty clean frame. As you can see, we do have to repair the back horn there. I don't know why they cut that off, but hopefully we can score a little good deal on it. So I'll keep you updated here once we get her loaded up. But this cutoff is off a 2015 Freightliner airliner cutoff. We got a dead drive in the rear. I'm gonna fabricate a lift axle mechanism for this. The scrapyard cut this horn off to steal this brace, but luckily I had this section outside, so I cut it off, put it on. I'll drop another video for that. All right, as you can see here, we got the corner and cross member cut off, the old cutoff. Got it just mocked up here, just 2 bolts in it. We gotta fix their plies job on it and then straighten out my cut and then get it welded on. It's just, I cut it a little bit long, so I had something to play with. We'll get a new bag and bag mount. I tried keeping these hooks here, but I might end up still cutting them off and just putting bolts to match this side, but gonna get a new bag mount for that side too. Probably a new bag because they got some heat on there. But yeah, just getting this mocked up here, do some measurements, cut all this junk off of here, get it back to a clean beam, maybe get it powder coated. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. If I'm just gonna leave it, I'm not too worried about it. You're not gonna see it. There's gonna be a deck plate over it, blah blah. But yeah, we gotta get this straightened out, welded on, and then move on from there. So at least we got it back together now. It's looking better, just mocked up, so yeah, we'll move on. But that's coming right along. I need to size up those things. I'm trying to make it perfect height, you know, sitting everything right. So that's that there. Got the Southern Comfort, but I love 24.5 inch, so that's what we're starting out here. I got these wheels off the other cutoff. Like I said, I'm stealing some parts. This cutoff is cool because it updates it to hub pilot instead of stud pilot. The steer axle is still stud pilot, but we'll be converting that eventually, doing a drop axle and stuff. I thought my differential sitting right there. I took the old cut off. I took the rear pumpkin out of it here. We're about to pull it in the shop, clean it up, and see if it fits good in the new cutoff that we picked up yesterday. So we're gonna get this thing on a little cart, clean it up, check it over, make sure everything's happy and hunky-dory. Clean it a little bit on the outside too. And then I should be about done with that cutoff. I'm gonna steal the rear support beam off of it in the corner so we can put that on the new cutoff. I'll show you that in a second. So let's get some organization going on here and get in the shop. I was gonna fit this axle, which would have been cool because that's a 358, and I told them I didn't want the rear end out of this cut off because there's a 267. You know, this was an automatic truck, so it had a 267 in it. Fleet truck stuff. Thought that would fit, doesn't, so I got to figure that out, but we're not worrying about that quite yet. We will be deleting all the ABS stuff off this because this truck is non-ABS. It's a 94. So we're going to steal some parts off the other cutoff, and we'll be freshening everything up, airlines and stuff, but this cutoff's cool because the brakes are good on it, chambers. I'll probably put some new shocks on it. I need to put different bags in the rear because they got them a little hot. But other than that, everything's really fresh on it, which is cool. Less stuff to deal with. You know, the bushings are still good and everything. So as far as the cut truck here, I just cut this off tonight. That's why it's a disaster. Threw some water down, but got it cut off right here. I think it's 167 inches to the steer axle. So that means to make this 300, which is my plans, we got to go from the center of both axles and cut about right, I think I forget where the line is, but it's somewhere right here, 133 inches from there to the center, and then that'll give us 300-inch wheelbase. So that's what's going on with the rear half of it. This cutoff did come with the stationary fifth wheel, which I love. It's the same thing as my cab over. But let's go show you the front. As far as the front goes here, got all the cab lights deleted, air horns deleted, and unlike most other people, I went ahead and deleted the little humps that the front of the air horn sit on. It's fiberglassed up. I deleted those. We're still working on some body work here, perfecting it. And I'm not the best body man either, so don't get too worked up. New glass for the front windshield and up there is coming Friday. You know, best glass. We got the chrome locking strip. It'll look nice. It is a two-piece windshield, as some people ask that. I added some spotlights to give it that classy and never trashy look, you know, although it's pretty trashy. And I'm going back and forth between putting the stock visor on and rolling it forward, or doing the nice RLK bow tie, you know. So that's what's going on with the roof. Just about done. And once we get the glass in, I'll be able to put the interior together. It's all torn apart and it needs clean because all that dust and stuff has been going in there. So that's about it as far as up here. Outside the top of the truck, I did do a couple things here. I rebuilt these Kenworth rods. One was bent, so I straightened it out. Went to the old True Value, got some Heim joints. Put a washer there so it can't fall off if it does wear out. Got all this stuff tightened up and squared away. You know, that affects the angle of the radiator, pushes on them clamps. You see that one? I need to adjust a little more. It's pinching on it. But before I get it all nice and tight, I do need to weld this radiator mount under here. It is cracked, but done that. I also replaced this hood mount right here. Put a new one of them guys off of Amazon, which was pretty cool if you're looking for them, amazon.com. I try not to support Amazon too much, but, you know, they got some good deals and always have something you need, you know. So did that, and then I also need to replace this gasket right here. I don't know if you can see how bad that is, but the main gasket there. Just this is quick, simple, easy stuff I need to do. I replaced this gasket because I stole it from my cab over. I don't know, it was still good. Surprisingly, I needed it in a pinch, but I ended up putting a new one on this and the cab over. But other than that, that's it for mechanical kind of stuff here. Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to give a quick update on the old W900L 94 model. Once we get some more things put together, then we're going to be concentrating on mechanical stuff and going over like health of the engine, check out the clutch and stuff like that. We do need it. We will have to get a driveline made for it and figure out that pumpkin. So that's on the to-do list. But yeah, it's a mess. So I'm going to get cleaned up here and we'll keep you updated. See you later, guys.